Hey everybody, welcome to the channel and happy Friday. Hope you're doing well, and I'm glad you're tuned in with me. As you notice, I have a very blank wall here behind me because I'm remodeling my studio a little bit. So back here, we're in the middle of some construction. That's what's going on there. Also, over here, my amplifier is not on fire. That is a special effect that I am using from a new light that I got. Does it look like fire? It's supposed to look like fire. I don't know. Let's get to your comments. Hey Taylor, yay for 3K! Your channel's recipe for helping viewers, positivity, killer riffin', and fun is killer, dude! Question, I used to do online music collaboration through a site called Compose, and it was a ton of fun. Do you or any viewers know of a collaboration website for metal? Hey Xander, thank you so much for that comment, man. As far as a music collaboration site goes, I really don't know. I haven't even heard of the one that you mentioned, so this is like a really new thing to me. But if there's anyone out there who knows more about this and knows a site that you can go on to collaborate specifically metal music, let us know down in the comments below. I'm really curious about that. Thanks for the comment. Hey Taylor, are you still accepting quarantine riff submissions? I found out about it just 2 days ago and I honestly had a blast getting back into downstroke games since yesterday. It'll be over in a couple hours, so I'm just checking if I can still send it to you. Hey, thank you so much for that comment, and yes, I'm still accepting quarantine riffs and I will be doing so until the end of this month. And I will make a video probably either right at the end of this month or right at the beginning of next month. And there's a few things that I actually wanted to talk about with the quarantine riff submission. So I had been getting submissions and I had listened to a few of them, and I got a comment on the last video that I made, essentially suggesting that I should have made it like a reveal video, which I totally 100% agree with. I just didn't think about it. So I'm not listening to any of the submissions that I have received since then, and there's been a few of them. Like, I'm gonna make a reveal video, but I've already listened to a few of them, so I'm gonna act surprised. Maybe you guys will be able to tell, maybe you won't, I don't know. But I'm not gonna listen to any more of the quarantine riff submissions until I make that video, and then, you know, we'll make it like a reveal reaction video, and I think that's a way better premise for a video than, you know, me just winging it off the cuff like I had kind of planned on doing. So thank you so much for the question, and if you have a riff submission for quarantine riff, check the description below, definitely get in on that. I'm just counting down the days. I'm super excited to make the quarantine riff video. This thing went a lot better than I could have imagined. Hey Taylor, it's nice to see your channel grow. Your video production quality and content is excellent. Thank you. While I assume it is outside of your wheelhouse, does any floor modeler stand out with acoustic simulation? I wouldn't expect amazing results, but something I can use to have fun at home with the kids. Keep up the good work. 4K's right around the corner. Hey William, thank you so much for that comment, man. You know what, to be honest with you, I don't really know the answer to this, but that's not a bad idea for a video. So that's where I keep all my video ideas. Acoustic simulation, question mark. All right, now it's in the video idea bank, so I'll probably get around to making that video. And I know there's one that I messed around with, and I wish I could remember off the top of my head which one it was. It might have been the GE200. I'm feeling like it was the GE200, but maybe I'm wrong on that. All right, so keep your eyes peeled, and I will definitely go through those and see if we can make an acoustic guitar sound with an electric. Thank you so much for the comment. Awesome job! Congrats on the subs! How hard was it to get your first 1,000? Hey Gabriel, really hard. I mean, to give you a rough idea, to get my first 1,000 subscribers took me about 1.5 years. That could be a long time, or that could be like, you know, relatively quickly, or maybe it's average. I don't really know. That's just how long it took me to do it. So to be 100% honest with you, I think to answer that question in any meaningful way, I need to make a video on it. And so we'll get out the notebook again here. You know, you guys really give me the best video ideas, bar none. And I really appreciate that. Look out for that video as well. Thank you so much. Thing about the Pod Go, many of your subscribers are probably interested about your opinion on it since you've been so much content about modelers. Hey Gerard, thank you so much for this comment, man. You know, to be honest with you, when I read this comment actually kind of got to me because I realized that, like, I was basing what I wanted to review off of my own desire to review it, not off of what my viewers actually wanted to see. And I get more requests to review the Pod Go than any other piece of gear, easily, hands down, and it's something that I continuously shoot down and tell people, like, I'm not gonna review it, I'm not gonna review it, I'm not gonna review it. Well, I bought one. It's on its way. So I bought it this weekend. It actually hasn't shipped yet, so I don't know how long it's gonna take to get here. So I will be reviewing it and comparing it to the HX Stomp and, you know, all of the other modelers, of course. And we'll be doing that as soon as it shows up. I just don't know when that is exactly. And I just want to disclose that I don't receive any kickbacks from these companies. I don't get free gear even to review in most of these cases. I'm actually just going out and purchasing them at full retail price you know, just like many of you would. So with that being said, if you guys want to contribute to the channel and continue to help me get gear in here to review, you know, especially stuff that you guys want to see, because that's what I'm most interested in reviewing, there's a link to my Patreon below, and I have some perks for my Patreon members, and I'm working on making more of them. So if you guys like the channel and you want to see more gear reviews and, you know, you can spare a buck or two, definitely check out my Patreon account. I really appreciate it, and thank you for that comment. Hi there, can you please do a review on Railhammer Bob Balch pickups? Will they be good for metal? I've never actually heard of these pickups before, so now I have to look it up. That's a really interesting pickup. So essentially they have rails for the low strings and they have pull pieces for the high strings. Beefy yet articulate, fuzz-friendly, badass. So I can tell you from just looking at these that probably these are going to have more of like an open sort of warm sound. I mean, they use the word fuzz a lot to describe this pickup. You know, the word metal is such like an all-encompassing genre, and that's why there's so many subgenres of metal. So, you know, it really depends on like what you would want to use this thing for. If you want to use this sort of pickup for like doom metal, I'm sure it'd be awesome. You know, something that's like more open and loose sounding. But my guess is it would probably be really difficult to get like a tight, articulate sound. You know, something more modern that you would hear out of like gent or like extreme metal or tech metal, stuff like that. So, you know, I guess it just kind of depends on what kind of metal you're trying to play. I've never heard of these pickups or this company before, so this is all new to me. It's almost like this website doesn't want to sell me stuff. Let's go to Musician's Friend. They like to sell you stuff. They're unavailable through Musician's Friend also. Let's see, oh, Amazon. Amazon likes to sell you stuff. Let's see if they're on Amazon. They're currently unavailable there also. Ooh, Billy Corgan has one, that's interesting. So to answer your question, I might not be able to review that product just because I might not be able to buy one. But if any of you are interested in the Railhammer pickups, definitely let me know down in the comments below. Really curious to see how much interest there is in them. Thanks so much for the suggestion, man. You can make a video with leads because it's more sound aspects for compare. Thank you for a great job. Hey Fernando, thank you so much for that comment, man. Yes, I will put more leads in my comparison videos. I'm just not the best lead player and I have a hard time writing them, so that's why I typically don't put them in there, but you know, you guys wanted cleans in there and I put cleans in this last one, so maybe I'll put some leads in the next one. Thanks so much for your comment, man. Cool, cool, still has that high end you don't like? Hey Scott, so this is in reference to a video that I made comparing the Celestion Vintage 30s in a Harley Benton 2x12 vertical cabinet to the Celestion 30s in one of these Mesa oversized cabinets. And there's no shortage of opinions in that video. You know, if you want to go to that video and read through the comments, all sorts of people have said things like, oh, they sound that way because they're 16 ohm versus 8 ohm. Oh, they sound that way because those are the Chinese made vintage 30s versus the UK made voiced vintage 30s specifically for Mesa. Oh, well, they're new speakers and they just haven't been broken in yet. And I've played through those cabinets a lot. Those cabinets have had a lot of hours of band practice at very loud volumes. And to be honest with you, I haven't really noticed any characteristic change in those speakers. I think that that's just the way the speakers are voiced. Whether or not it's because they're 16 ohms versus 8 ohms, I have no idea, man. I don't know. I just make videos on the internet. Like, I'm not a speaker manufacturer. But what I can tell you is that my perception of the speaker really hasn't changed that much. The only thing that's really changed with those cabinets for me is that I've changed the way that I dial them in because now I'm using an Axe FX. And it made it much, much easier to fine tune that high end and to get it to sound a little bit more smooth. So thank you so much for the comment, and you know, maybe I will revisit that video one day and follow it up with the way they sound now. Why don't you hipsters use coherent tuning? I didn't realize that standard wasn't a coherent tuning. Sounds like a bunch of rubber bands. And your mother must still be dressing you. A pink shirt with grandpa's dorky golf hat? Isn't very metal. Oh man. Okay, so let's test this theory. Here's me wearing a horror movie t-shirt with my hair down. Okay, and now I'm wearing a pink shirt and a grandpa hat. Alright, what do you guys think? Which one sounded more metal? By the way, how sick is this patch? For those of you curious at home, that's an Axe FX3 through a Seymour Duncan Power Stage 700, and I am using a patch that I made with the Uberschall amp. Which has been my go-to amp for the last few weeks here. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions for me, leave them down in the comments below. And if you like this video, make sure to hit the like button, consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!